Mike 1-2, Mike 1-2, ahlan wa sahlan bikum on this latest episode of Iftar Thoughts, documenting the Arab American experience. I'm your host with the most, he's with the least, beast from the Middle East, Yousef. And next to me, we have somebody not so beastly. Jalal, say what's up, man.
Did you just call yourself Heast with the East?
No, the heast with the least.
The Heast with the least?
Yeah.
Oh, God. That gave me a stroke.
If I'm not the host with the most, then I would be the heast with the least, just logically.
Oh, God. Okay, it took a second to click. Okay. Well, I am the hast with the last. Oh, that's bad.
No, you don't get to steal my shit, dude. Just fucking just introduce it. Just say hi. That's all I wanted you to do.
I like to host. Hopels and Bononos.
Yeah, no nose. Just fucking... All right.
Let's get it. Let's dive deep into the sea of talk.
Yeah, let's get started, man. How was that protest? I didn't make it, sadly.
Yeah, it was all right. We had a protest here Saturday, a couple days ago.
Where's here for people
yesterday.
that don't know?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay, cool.
The biggest, least populated city in Florida.
Yeah, I saw it from your Snapchat or somebody's Snapchat. That shit looked kind of measly. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, it was organic chicken measly. It was pretty.
True.
Yeah, I mean, we probably had maybe 100 people most.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That came out and protested, and it was all right. I mean, it was a rough start at the beginning, but then somebody really stepped up and started doing the chants and everything, and they started, marching, and I was like, oh God, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, we burned the Capitol tonight, head ass. It's like, dude, we were just here to try to get them to stop bombing our country. We're not. It's not total fucking anarchy, okay?
We marched for half an hour, and then towards the end, it got pretty lit. And what was that? And they started. Somebody brought out like some big Bluetooth speakers, like chunky boys, like they were as big as that, and played some music. Your favorite song of all time?
What's my favorite song of all time?
Palestinian.
No, that's Al's favorite song of all time.
Oh, he was there, by the way.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
I would hope he was fucking there.
He was there. It was unexpected. Yeah, he brought his whole family too. Like there was 11 people.
Oh, was he screaming?
No, he was off to the side. He wasn't.
Well, where the fuck are you gonna go?
Because he's from Gaza.
I don't care what's the point of going. You're not gonna turn the fuck up, man. I'll tell you what.
Nah, he brought his kids to the protest.
Okay.
They turned up for him. He gave his energy to his offsprings. And channeled his turn up to them.
I just want to say I can't wait till I get this video shit figured out where we do like a video podcast every time.
So that way you guys could see how many times Joe looks at me stupid.
Dude, the only thing that's funny about this podcast is when Jalal says some dumb shit and I just
stare at me. Don't rape me with your eyes.
What the fuck? All right, man. So, I didn't make it to the protest. Sounded kind of measly.
It was kind of last minute anyways.
Yeah, I mean...
I didn't know until an hour before it happened.
Yeah, y'all Palestinian can't organize shit. The Saudi protest, however, a few years ago, we was like 300-400 deep. We were marching, screaming. We had signs.
Here in Jax?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, my God.
Hands off Syria, motherfucker. Don't be sending motherfuckers over there. Don't put boots on the ground over there. Yeah. Leave us the fuck alone. Of course, they didn't listen, but hey.
Yeah, too, COVID could also have a part, with that. People not
that's cap as fuck. Arab are just fickle as shit. They don't want to do shit over here.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, look at look at LA.
A lot of the Palestinian people that I know didn't go.
Yeah, y'all are sacks of shit, man. I mean, y'all could look at me as like, okay, I'm Arabi, whatever, but I'm not Palestinian. I showed up for my country, and I've been supporting, and I've been donating, I've been doing all the shit for Palestine. Mm-hmm. But if y'all are gonna get at me for not showing up to this protest, get at your fucking selves, okay?
Yeah.
Y'all claim to be Palestinian. That's what. Excuse me. That's what I really like about you guys. Or what I used to like about you guys is that you Palestinians are the only Arab that when they come to America, they hold tight to their pride and their culture. Like Suri, I'm on you fucking Syrians. The second y'all motherfuckers hit the ground, y'all start mispronouncing your names. Y'all start switching the hummus out for mashed potatoes. Y'all get the fuck out of my face, dude.
Hummus out for mashed potatoes. I mean, they're both great, but they have their places.
They look the same, kind of. You know, they might get confused.
No.
Stupid ass motherfuckers. But, bro,
what are you using, sweet potato?
Hold on. Don't put Palestinian in your bio and don't show up to the protests. Y'all are on some fuck shit. I'm be honest with you.
No, you know, I'm not gonna get on that, like, you know, where you have to do certain things in order to be Palestinian.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying don't complain.
Oh yeah.
If you complain, we're on your ass, okay?
No, yeah, I agree with you there.
If you're gonna be silent and not do shit, you better stay silent, because the second you open your mouth, these people that are protesting and actually give a shit, they're out for blood. Because that's their country they're fucking with, okay? They're not gonna fuck around.
Minus all the college white girls.
What college white girls?
I'm just saying, like, your average hipster.
No, I'm talking about Palestinian by blood.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a shit with these white people. If these white people want to protest, good shit. They don't want to protest, whatever. They're the ones funding Israel anyway. I don't expect them to be out with us and, no, free Palestine. They don't even know how to say Palestine.
Palestine.
Yeah, why is there a P in that shit?
Because Arabs can't pronounce P.
True. Well, then it would be Palestine.
It'd be Palestine.
Oh, my God.
Palestino.
We need to sign a petition to add a letter P to the Arabic language. I think it would benefit all of us.
Hey, we've added the letter V.
Not officially.
Yeah, it's unofficial, but you know, whenever like people are using it, I mean, you could use it on the Arabic keyboard now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's the fa with the 3 dots.
Oh, I don't got nobody Arabic to talk to, so I ain't pulled that.
I've seen it a few times. I think they got it from like Urdu.
They got it from Urdu, yes.
Because Urdu has V, and Urdu got a lot of its letters from Arabic.
Urdu has a P too.
Dang.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to say Pakistan.
Pakistan.
They say Pakistan with a P. Oh, I forgot. My bad, y'all. This shit has really bad, what do they call it? Sibilance, where like the P's and the S's really come out of the microphone. I don't want to blow your eardrums out. My bad.
You just hear that ringing in your ears every time Joe says,
yeah, just
Palestine.
It's just like a punch in my ear. But they got to figure, you know.
You gotta feel it.
Y'all know what type of time we're on. Shout out to the people that did go to the protest.
Yeah.
The next time there is a protest, if I'm not doing shit, I will 100% be there, because I got to stay with my brothers. I got 2 galabiyas I got to wear. Or what do you guys call it? Kufiyya, right?
Kufiyya, I think, is that little skull cap. And then
no.
I don't know.
Kufiyya is the cloth.
I don't know the technical term. I thought it was a shmaq.
بيقولوا علي الكوفية علي ولولح فيها. You don't lolaح بهي. You lolaح with the cloth, right?
That's true.
Y'all, I mean,
I know maybe like the Urduniya, they call it a shmaq.
A what now?
Shmaq.
A schmuck you.
Schmuck your mother.
Oh man. Yeah, that's the Arab American experience for you. Let's see, what else are we going to talk about, man? Let's take it back to the blood, man.
Let's run it back, bro.
What's your favorite memory of back home?
This is a good question.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna be on this for a minute. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Favorite. Okay, I got quite a few. Let's see. Just gotta think about them. Do you have any on the top of your head?
I gotta lead this podcast, but then again, I am the leader of the podcast, so whatever.
Lead the fucking podcast.
Can you stop so I can lead the fucking podcast? So when I used to go to the blood back home, there would be this kid there named Ali. And Ali was the I told this story last time, I think. Not the story, but I mentioned him in the story, yeah.
Yeah.
Ali ibn Natur, he was the carpenter's kid, or the what do they call it? The construction workers kid. Like, he was the kid of the dude that was in charge of like building all the
masonry.
He was the mason's kid, yeah, basically. Yeah. So they would get unfinished houses to live in because they were dirt poor. Like, they would let them live in the houses until they were finished. And after they were finished, they would have to move out. So, but he always stayed within the area. And so, oh my God, we used to do mad shit. We found this old abandoned building that they just halfway built and then just stopped completely building it. And we made our own, like, little forts there. Like, each one of us had, like, a story. Because there was only, like, 3 or 4 of us. It was, like, a 3 or 4 story, like, building. So, like, there was a landfill, like, literally right next to the fucking building, right? And people would just throw anything in that. Oh, like, there's couches, there's chairs, there's tables, mad shit in there. All right, took a quick break. We're back. Forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, we landfill. We got chairs, couches, mad shit, dude. And so we had that shit fully fucking furnished. So I had like a little clubhouse, dude.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and they had these like little.
I wish I had that exciting of a time. You're gonna like overshadow my good memories.
Hell yeah! That's why I told you to go first.
God, fuck. All right,
dickhead. Okay, so. I got mad memories, dude. This shit'll go on for hours.
Let's go.
And yeah, we'd furnish the shit. We'd all hang out, whatever. And then we would play. We'd play soccer. We'd play tabe. But I mean, it's not like soccer. It's like we're just kicking the ball around. There were 2 types of balls, giggity, that you could get.
There's like, always 2 types.
No, but you were in Urdun. You probably know what I'm talking about. There's like the small, like colorful balls.
Yeah.
Like that are printed super cheaply, right?
Yeah, you get
and
like
then
a Superman one.
And then there's the flag balls.
Yes,
dude, the flag balls were like, if you owned that, you were the coolest kid on the block. It was this white soccer ball, and on each hexagon was like a different flag of the world. And there was like
fire.
There was like Syria on there, Brazil, Malaysia, mad countries, America, everything but Israel, basically. So we were all set, and we would kick this. And one time. Because we used to play in the alley between 2 buildings, and
yeah, like, that's how. I mean, that's where I would always play with my cousins.
Yeah, it's
always in an alley between 2 buildings.
That's the spot.
Because there is no other option.
Yeah, that's the spot right
there.
there.
There's no field or anything. You're just playing on gravel.
So
you ever play barefoot?
Yeah,
all the time,
dude.
I used to run with my cousins barefoot. My mom would get pissed, be like, "Put shoes on." I'm like, "Nah." I'm here in the motherland. I need to feel it.
The motherland.
I need to feel it in my skin, my bones. You see this rock that's lodged in my foot? It's gonna be part of me forever.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to get that out.
Still here.
Yes. So what the fuck was I talking about?
Playing between an alley?
Yeah, we would play this stupid game, and I would win every time because Ali was like scrawny as hell.
Oh, God.
And I was like triple his fucking size, right? Pause. And so we would see who could kick the ball the highest, right? And so my Ali, he said, I'm going to beat you this time. And he gets like a 3-4 foot running start. And he kicks it up, and it lands on the top balcony. And
whose house?
It was some bitch's house, and if you knock it into a woman's house, you're never getting that ball back. So we ran up there, we knocked on the door, we said please, and this stupid fucking piece of shit ass bitch told us, "Oh, my son really likes the ball, so if you buy him a new one, I'll give it back."
Just let him keep it, and we'll buy it.
How about I punch you in the teeth, take the ball, and never see you again? But that shit doesn't work in Syria, and Ali was really kind-hearted and sweet, whatever.
You're gonna start like a freaking war.
So we're like, okay, sure, let's go buy him a ball. So we bought him the cheap piece of shit ball because this dude's like fucking 3 years old.
Yeah.
You don't deserve a flag ball. And so we got the flag ball back, whatever. I said, go fuck yourself. She couldn't understand me because I'm speaking English. We go down.
Yeah, I've done that too.
And I would always swap between my mom's side and my dad's side. And my mom's side would be in Jaramana, they call it. It's like the poorer part of Syria. And then my dad's side was in the Tijara, what was the area? Even though the area was called business. So
what? Straight up, just business.
Tijara means like Tijara means like a business square. That's like where all the shit went down, basically.
Okay.
That's like financial, like New York. There's like a block called Financial. Yeah, same shit. And so there would be like a park right there, and so I would be alternating between them. In the poor part, I had mad friends.
It's always that way.
In the rich part, not a fucking soul would talk to me. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just I found me like a little alley to play with, and I started playing, right? That same ball that I worked so fucking hard to get, right? Fucking kick it, and I accidentally kick it in the street, gets run over immediately.
Oh, God.
Sounds like a fucking bomb went off, dude. It was like, boom, like just instantly just popped, and I just looked at it like, are you fucking serious?
Same day?
God, yes, the same fucking day, dude. I was like, you son of a bitch.
That is, ooh.
God, and those balls were expensive, dude.
I'm sure. What are they, like 10 lira?
No, that shit was like 25 at the time.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking
like,
dinar. I'm thinking
dude,
in my head like denanir.
Nah, dude. You had
10 denanir Urduni? That's expensive.
Nah, dude, you had to ask your mom for like, you had to lie to your mom and tell her you wanted ice cream money, like khamse. You had to lie to her like 5 times to get a ball. So I was like, I faked.
Sacrifice 5 ice cream days for a ball?
Dude, those ice cream days. We needed those ice cream days in Syria, dude. Fucking 120 degrees. Dry as shit. Have you ever had Coca-Cola out of a bag, son?
The drink?
Yes. No, the fucking powder.
I thought you were talking about the gummies.
No, I'm talking about Coca-Cola, the drink, in a bag.
No.
Okay, so this was funny because this was in the rich part. So at the time, I guess they were trying to like save like certain, like they were trying to not use as many metal cans. This was before Coca-Cola came to Syria. So this was like Master Cola, RC Cola, whatever, all the,
some sort of off-brand.
Yeah, it's like their version of it. And so they would can it or bottle it in Syria. So to save the bottles and save the cans, they started serving it to you in bags. Like somebody would have the little soft serve, yes. The little like soft drink machine, and they'd pour it into a bag. And the bags were paper fucking thin, dude. And nobody told me. I'm American, dude. I'm used to drinking shit out of like,
cup?
Structurally sound objects, okay? And so
not something malleable.
They were like, hey, like get it and drink it quick. And I was like, no, man, I fucking spent money on this. I want to like savor it. I'm drinking. Next thing I know, like I'm covered in Coke.
Yeah, it busts
from the heat. It like fucking literally melts.
It busts at the seam because it's very thin.
Yeah,
and the heat.
Dude, it's fucking 125 degrees outside. Like, it's sanity. And I was looking at this shit like, man, I gotta get back to America, dude. I can't fucking live like this, dude.
Oh, man.
You got anything coming to mind yet? Because I'll literally just talk all podcast.
I got, okay. Oh, fuck. I had it in my head. There was this, oh, yes. Here we go. Okay. So I had one of my cousins, Jafar.
I'll never trust a motherfucker named Jafar. Okay.
Okay. He was the coolest kid in the block, and he was my cousin, and he was like a few houses, like down the street from my granddad's house in the little village.
Uh-huh.
And, well, he was technically my dad's cousin, but he was like 14, and I was like 12. And so,
nice.
I would always go hang with Jafar, and whenever I could, he had an NES, he had an SNES, he was rocking the good
ballin'.
Shit. That was ballin'.
Did he have the real ones or the knockoffs?
The real ones.
Oh shit, we was playing with knockoffs in Syria.
He had the real ones, man, and 2008, you had a real SNES?
Yeah.
That's some good shit. Nobody knew what a GameCube was back then.
Motherfucker, I told them that the PS2 was out. They said, PS2? Listen, the PS1 ain't even hit the shit yet.
What is that?
Listen, wait, there's a second one? I said, I come from the future. I do not want to blow your mind, okay?
You ever watch that Disney Channel movie Conan the Barbarian?
Yes.
And he went there was this guy that like this tech developer that invented this time traveling zipper.
Uh-huh.
I remember this episode so vividly because it's the only episode I remember from that show. And the guy invented a time travel, like he accidentally created a time traveling zipper. And so he would hold the zipper up and then unzip it and it would open a portal. And he can go back in time. So he'd go back in time to Conan the Barbarian and he brought the Game Boy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so he was able to enslave all of humanity because they needed batteries for the Game Boy because they were
insane, dude.
They were addicted to the Game Boy. So when you were like, "I come from the future," it popped in my head, Conan the Barbarian. I'm like, "Oh God."
Dude, you know what's funny about Surya, or like just the blood?
Yeah.
Did your mom let you like do shit, like mad shit? Like they weren't as protective as they were over here.
Over here? I feel like yeah. I feel like they weren't as overprotective.
Dude, my mom and dad were stupid protective over here.
Yeah.
When I went to Surya, I was 6 years old, and I went to go help my my what do they call it? He's my uncle, but he's not my uncle. He's my uncle by marriage, but I love him a lot, so I call him my uncle. My uncle was he was working as a he was a lab tech. He would make dentures. Like he would like
take molds of people.
He would take molds of people, and he would like send the molds over to get the dentures and crowns and shit made. So he was that dude, and so he would have me run errands as a 6-year-old, and they gave me a cell phone, and they were like, "Dude," he was like, "Yeah, man, just take the." I'd never done some shit like this in my life. My mind was blown. He's like, "Yeah, man, just hop on the service.
Yeah,
hop on the little minibus.
Yeah."
Go all the way like 2 towns over, drop this off to the dude, just, take the money, come back, here's some shawarma money for the road, fuck it, and come back and everything will be fine.
Yeah. And
I was like, dude, you serious?
And it was normal. Like, nobody really, like, fucked with you.
Nobody batted a fucking eye, dude.
Nobody would fuck with you. And it was great. Like, okay, one time I had my grandma, my parents just left me at my grandma's house.
Uh-huh.
And my grandma's house, there's like 20 people that are living there. Like, it's my grandparents and a few of their daughters and some of my cousins. Like, it's just a big house where everybody's at.
Yeah, huh?
And my grandma, she gave me like 5 Jordanian dollars. And she was like, "Here, take this. Go all the way down to the main road, which is about a mile away.
Uh-huh.
And go to the bazaar, pretty much, the souk, and get some chickens.
Yeah.
Get 2 chickens." I'm like, okay. I mean, I barely understood her, but I was like, yeah, I got it. And I would go, walk for 30 minutes, maybe to an hour, and go to get the chickens, give the guy the money, and I just hold up 2 finger, 2 dajaj, please.
Hello, yes, I would like 2 of your finest dajaj.
Can you give me the dajages, please? Bro, hit. Give me some bus and shit. No. And he would get the live chicken from the cage, cut its head off right there, and put it in that hot water mixer thing where it like plucks the feathers. And it would it's like one of those big machines that tumbles and it pulls the feathers off.
Yeah, that shit is that's like our version of Krispy Kreme. You're watching the donuts getting made. You're watching your chicken get killed live,
and it smells like shit in there because he has like a wall with cages and like 40 chickens in there, and he's just just chopping chickens' heads, cutting their feet off, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, cool. I didn't know that was how it was made. I didn't like fucking care. I was like, all right, is this it? And he's like, yeah. And then I would stop by the Dukkan, the corner store right there next to it. Get me some gummies and shit. And I would buy a box of matches. Just because I love...
Just to play with them.
Yes.
Dude.
Did you do that too?
Yes, dude.
Oh my god.
Well, no, I didn't buy matches. I would use up all my grandmother's matches, and then she would beat my fucking ass.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah. I would just get like a small box of matches with some candies and stuff while I have raw chicken that is freshly cut, freshly slaughtered chicken, ranking, but I'm just bulling. I'm just eating some cola gummies and I'm just rocking. And I'm walking back, eat my gummies, you know, still have a lot of time to burn.
Uh-huh.
And I pull out the matches. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'll just grab the matches, put them on the box, flick them, and just watch them spark as they like hit the ground and shit. And just, yeah, and just play with them. And, yeah, walk back to I'd finish the box of matches before I would get to my grandma's house because they didn't like that. Like me playing with matches because the only people that buy matches
Or cigarette smokers.
Exactly.
Ha ha! Look how that turned out.
Did you get talked to as well?
No.
Oh.
My grandma just beat my ass because she was like, "Motherfucker, how are we gonna make food now?"
No, I was the American kid that really couldn't speak Arabic much, so they were just like giving me a heads up, like, you don't want to play with matches. It's not a good thing. You know, it doesn't. People will think otherwise. I'm like, dude, I'm 12. They're like, yeah, I know, but we got some 12-year-old smokers.
Yeah, mad alcoholics at 12. My cousins were all alcoholics at 12.
Oh no, I've never run into alcoholics before.
Well, you guys are Muslim. You guys don't drink.
Yeah, I know.
Masihiyya, I mean, dude, especially
doesn't mean you can't get alcohol easy.
Well, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, especially overseas. Even though it's a Muslim country, you can still get alcohol easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to find the right spots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. Okay. Did you ever go to the souk and get Did they ever make you like walk over, get some like hummus and fool?
Yeah.
And khubz and come back if they didn't want to make breakfast?
Yeah.
That shit was amazing.
Well, not hummus and fool. What we used to do every morning, I'll tell you me and my grandpa's routine.
Yeah.
My grandpa, I would wake up to, I'm going to pull the microphone back. Button. And so it was time to fill up the water. And so me and my grandpa would rush down to the bottom. They had like the giant water trucks. They'd fill up the drinking water. And that would be your water for, I mean, they would come every day, but you don't want to fill up every day. It gets expensive. So
True.
you like fill up like what, 5 or 6. I could still picture them. They're like cubes with like handles on them and shit. They got like the little
the water gallons.
They look like giant gas tanks, but they're water tanks. And so we'd like fill everything up there, and then
God.
This was like 4:35 in the morning. Then me and my grandpa would walk over to get some khubz, some fresh bread.
Yes.
Like from the
bread maker.
Yeah, from the Saj guy.
Oh,
so
dude, yeah, the furnaces.
Oh, dude, everyone's walking around. Rabatain Ma'allim. You hand him ashara, he gives you like lots of bread. And I remember, because my grandpa, that's when he knew that I was like a gifted ass kid. I was like, hey, Jiddo, we still have pizza boxes at home. And he said, yeah, so what? I said, don't throw those away because they're insulated. You can keep the bread in them, and we're going to be walking around all day. We can come back and the bread will still be hot.
Yeah.
He looked at me like,
damn, this kid got some ideas, man.
You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
And so then we would go to the store. We'd go to Dikane. The guy's name, I didn't know this guy's name. We just called him Sheikh.
Sheikh?
Just shit. Like I think the store was called a Sheikh or some shit. And then like we'd walk in, Salam alaikum Sheikh. And so like I would hear my grandpa say that every day. And I was like a little kid. So I'd like walk up, Salam alaikum Sheikh. And I'd just like walk over and I'd like, we'd get the luncheon meat. You know what I was telling you about that? The mortadella that comes in a can and you like cut it. It's like Spam, but it's not pork.
Yeah. It's like beef and turkey.
It's everything that's not pork in there.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's anti-spam. If you
every halal meat you can think of.
Dude, if you take Spam and mortadella and you put them together, the world will end. Okay? It's like Spam versus anti-spam. All right? And so we would get that, khiyar, and then what else would we get? On our way back, the milkman would be delivering milk, so we'd just grab that on the way in, and cheese and a whole bunch of shit. So we'd like, this is like the poorest sandwich ever, because in America, I was used to eating like ham and cheese, turkey cheese, like all that,
Yeah.
And so he would make me a version of that. He'd take lavash kiri, laughing cow cheese.
The laughing cow cheese.
Yeah, you guys are British. You guys didn't have it in lavash kiri, but we'd take lavash kiri and we'd like spread it.
No, they had kiri.
No, but you guys had laughing cow. We had lavash kiri. It's the same.
It's the same brand, but it's like named differently.
Ours was written in French because we were a French territory, and yours was written as the Laughing Cow because you guys were a British territory.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So we'd take la vache qui rit, and we'd like spread it on the thing, cut up some mortadella. So that's the turkey and cheese aspect of it. Then we put some cucumber on it, some khiyar, roll that bitch up, man. That was the best breakfast ever.
That was that's fire shit.
I low-key still want to go to the like Arabic store and buy some, but my mom would be like, "What are you doing with that zbali, man? Like, we have real food. What are you doing?" And so, and then one day, because Sheikh was like he was at like the mouth, like it's the
opening of
the opening, yeah, at the opening of the little neighborhood. Why can't I talk? Because I'm thinking in Arabic and English at the same time.
Translating it to English.
Yeah, and so me and my friends would go like, "Man, we need some ice cream. We don't have any money." I said, "Dalu, I got you."
Oh, yeah.
Salam alaikum, Sheikh. Walk in. Everyone's like looking at me like, "Damn, dude, this dude runs the place." And we'd go, I'd get him some ice cream and be like, put it on my grandpa's tab. And we'd just walk out. And so my grandpa would go, he'd say, "Hey, did they get anything?" He'd be like, "Yeah," he'd pay it off, and then we'd be set.
Oh, I wish I could do that. No, if I did that shit, oh, man, my dad would be like, "Fucking what?"
No, because my grandpa's like really, really respected. So like people fuck with him heavy.
So they would give him a tab to begin with.
Yeah, so they let him do shit like that.
Yeah.
Because people fuck with my grandpa like heavy, heavy, heavy. Like I'll go, like we'll be walking on the street, random people like salute him and shit.
That's nice.
I don't know what the hell he did. I guess he was like a general in the war or some shit. Like something high, like highly respected.
Nice.
And yeah, I mean that was most of our adventures. Did you ever go on like a summer camp or something when you went over there? Is that a Christian thing?
I don't think they had summer camps.
Okay. The churches used to run these summer camps.
Yeah, obviously it's a Christian thing. Now that you say the churches.
No, like the churches would run the summer camps. I'm not saying you guys might have summer camps, but for us, it's not like I was going to like some random dude's house to do like the summer camp. The church was the one running the summer camp. And
bro, you know what the summer camp was for us?
What?
You walk around with the neighborhood kids, you find a good stick, and then you guys just play like tag or something and just beat each other.
That's what I used to do, but then my mom would be like, "Oh, go to the church, you'll make some new friends." I'm like, "Mom, I don't really feel like it." And that she would put me there anyway.
Because we lived close to a church when we had our house in Madaba in Jordan. Because Madaba is like there's a large Christian population, and so there's a really old mosaic church that's there in Jordan, and I've always wanted to go inside of it.
Yeah, and they don't they don't have an imam that like yells at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Well, obviously, there's like a mosque every other block.
Yeah, I respect your religion and I love you, dude. But goddamn, dude, when I would be in Saudi, I'm on vacation.
Nah, dude. Okay, I don't know how close you were to a mosque,
dude. We were in Dimashq. Okay, there was a mosque every block, so they would all go off at the same time.
At the same time, it's like I thought that was like the coolest thing. Because it's like you open your window, like it's sundown.
It's not. They're not in sync.
No, they're not. But that's actually what's cool about it.
It's not. It just sounds like noise.
Well, here's the thing. Was it the same adhan every time on every mosque? Just, playing at multiple, intervals?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because it was like a standard adhan recording that they would use to sound the adhan.
Yeah, obviously.
It wouldn't be like, somebody doing it, unless it was like...
You ever heard like a regional one?
A regional one?
Like they would do like a regional recording when I went like back to the village versus the city. They have like a completely different recording. And it sounds like the dude from the village is doing it. It's fucking hilarious. Horani dude.
No.
Sounds Jordanian as hell.
No, there is in Jordan. I think all over they used one Jordanian like standard adhan. I actually like that one a lot better than like most adhans. The Jordanian one.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it's like close to the heart.
No, it actually just sounded better. I didn't give a shit about that.
You don't give a shit about the adhan?
No, close to the heart. What is this Disney bullshit? I didn't give a shit about that, bro. I was sitting there, barely speak Arabic. Everybody's like, "Oh, American kid."
Okay, so
I wasn't close to nobody's heart.
Speaking of being an American kid, I'm going to tell you guys the story about this fucking summer camp. So,
oh yeah.
Well, I'll start from the beginning. I went to a summer camp every time I went to Surya. So from the very beginning, we went to the one that my grandma used to go to church there. And she would take me, and the priest was just this dude with a massive fucking anger problem.
You guys have that too?
And
especially Arab.
Dude.
Arab preachers and imams and priests, whenever they're giving like their masses or their khutbahs,
angry as shit.
Al-Ummah!
Yeah, they're going insane.
And it's like, dude, bro, I'm like, usually I fall asleep during like Friday prayer.
Uh-huh.
But like these guys like have me like woke scared. Like I'm like, I don't know if I want to be here. And it's like it wasn't even some heavy shit. It's like, respect your wives. Like, come on, dude.
I don't have a wife. Chill the fuck out.
I'm 12 years old.
No, but it's too late for you. No. Arabic sucks. So
there's ups and downs with the Arabic culture.
Of course.
The food is great, but you know,
yeah, mostly downs.
Food is great, but once you hit puberty, once you start growing hair on your ass,
dude,
you need to get married. Like they're gonna try to marry you off.
Fucking neck beard at 12. Are you kidding me? That was the worst day of my life. Bro. That's a story for another day.
Yeah, go ahead. Summer camp.
I'd go to the shit, and the dude, like, they'd teach us English and French, obviously. And And so
English lingua franca and French is the territory language.
One day the priest calls me up. He's like calling up random people. He's like, "What did you learn in class today?" And I could barely speak this is my first time in Saudi. I could barely speak Arabic. I could barely speak French. I only knew like English. And so I couldn't tell him. So he fucking beat me in front of like everybody. And my grandma went over there.
Like a teacher. The teachers do that there.
My grandma went over and like grabbed him by the collar and said, "He's fucking American, dude. He doesn't know Arabic. He doesn't know French. He can't communicate with you." And so he's like, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back to this shit anymore." So we left that immediately. I didn't have that much fun there anyway. So that was...
I would hope not.
I was like, "Mom, I'm not going back to this. Let's try again next year." The next year I go... I was like 8 years old, I want to say. We go there. I was 8 years old. Where did we go? I don't think I went to one because I had like a really bad experience the last time. I was like, you know what?
Let's skip it that time.
I'm never going again.
Would you now with the summer camps? Would you guys like leave home for like a week?
No. Some of them,
or it would just be like a place you'd go every day.
Some of them were like that. Some of them were like that. So the first one I went to was in the church. We'd go every day.
Okay, so you can go home every night.
Yes. The one I went to when I was 10 years old, this is a story, dude.
Let's get into it, man.
God.
Oh, you guys are in for a juicy podcast
Fasten
tonight.
your seatbelts, man.
Bro, this shit fat as a motherfucker.
Y'all better thank God that I'm not that religious, because this story is about to be hilarious.
This podcast gonna be poggers.
Okay.
First of all, I ruined it.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. That's all we have for tonight. All right, go ahead, bro. Go.
So it all starts with my mom's cousin. I want to say. I don't know how the fuck everyone's related. Do you know how everyone in your family is related?
I don't know half my family.
Yeah, nobody fucking knows. Okay, so somebody, God knows if they're even related to me, right? They come up and they're like, "Hey," like they're visiting us, and my mom goes, "Oh, I got to leave tomorrow." She's like, "Where are you going?" She said, "Oh, we're going to Malula for like a camp for like 2 weeks." And she was like, "Oh, like, would you take Joseph?" And she was like, "Yeah, we'll have some fun, whatever." And I heard that, and I went,
gunfire.
Yeah, I was like,
helicopters.
I was like, I kind of want to go, but I kind of don't. They were telling me like Malula's up in the mountains, It's awesome, amazing. I was like, you know what, dude? Fuck it, I'll go. So we go. I don't know a single person there, and I didn't want to play the American card because I'm in my country to be a citizen. Like, I want to be Syrian. I don't want to have people pandering
Just fit
to me.
in, like, yeah, you don't want to stand out.
I don't want, because if you stand out, then people start treating you different, and it's not a good time, dude.
Yeah, I have stories about that, but continue.
Yeah, people start ass kissing you and shit. Okay, so we get up on the mountain. This is Ma'lula. It's up in the mountains. We get up to the mountain, and the second we get to the mountain, I'm like, this is the fucking biggest mistake of my life. We get there, and because this is my first out of like city camp that they had sent us to, so I had no idea what I was in for.
Okay.
They said, okay.
That's it. I mean, you're there now.
Yeah, it's like
no
okay.
going back.
It's like, okay, this is the USSR, motherfucker. You go to the bathroom when we tell you to. You wash yourself when we tell you to.
Oh, God.
You drink water when we tell you to. And you take a nap. It's mandatory, and you'll do it when we tell you to. And I was like, oh, awesome. Thanks, Mom. I was writing my will already. It was like, to Mom, I leave nothing. You get nothing, head ass. Okay, so.
Sell my games.
We go, and I'm having a terrible time. And so for lunch...
Why are you having a terrible time?
Okay, so
because of the USSR. Yep.
Yeah, that bullshit. Okay, so let's start with the bathrooms. The bathrooms, there's about 1 million fucking dudes, right? And no, there's not 1 million. I'll give you guys like a rough number. It's like
1 million fucking dudes,
no,
or
it's
1
like
million dudes fucking?
No, yes. It's like 40 dudes, okay? And there's like 20 women. The dudes, I would think the dudes pee and shit faster than the fucking women. So we would have time for us to all go to the bathroom. Nope. They give you a set amount of time to go to the bathroom, like a 30-minute time window.
Oh, God.
And motherfuckers are in there like beating off and shit. And so the 30-minute window's up. I can't pee.
Oh, no.
Joseph, what are you talking about, dude? You're in nature. Just pee anywhere. And to that I say, sir, ma'am, whoever the fuck's asking, baby in the corner, fucking severed head. The entire city is sacred ground.
Oh, my God.
There's no way I can pee.
Unless it's in a bathroom.
As far as I'm concerned, if I pee anywhere that's not a bathroom, God himself will smite me. And this is a very tall mountain. He wouldn't have to reach very far. Okay.
He wouldn't have to reach.
He wouldn't have to reach very far. He'd just have to, pull out his little index finger, just wrap it around, just fucking smother me, Like, God damn it.
It's like one of those horror animes where they just like those monsters those gory ass shit. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
So I can't pee. That's number one. Just keep that in mind. Jalal will keep track of the things, okay? That's what Jalal is here for. So I can't pee. Save that for the story.
Saved.
Okay. So
you see the circle? I'm loading. Okay, I'm done loading.
We're eating dinner. I can't remember what the fuck they gave us for dinner. They gave us hot soup and tea.
More liquids.
In the summer. It's 125 degrees outside. Hot soup and hot tea.
Did you guys have any AC while you were there?
No.
That's probably why they gave it to you. It'll make you sweat and it'll cool you off.
No, it didn't make me sweat. It made my nose bleed like a motherfucker. My nose bled every night that I was there.
Never mind.
Dude, my nose bled every night that I was there. And I would get dizzy and I wouldn't be able to finish my food.
Instructions unclear. Nose started bleeding.
That's what I'm saying. And they're looking at me like, bro, what is this dude doing? Because I'm not telling them I'm American. Because then they're going to look at me like I'm pussy. And so whatever, I power through it. We go to sleep. The next day we wake up, same shit. Go to the bathroom, can't pee, whatever. Everyone's beating off. Whatever. Okay, so we leave. We're doing a whole bunch of activities. The men and the women are separate, okay? I didn't see a chick almost the whole time I was there, but we'll get to that later. So they're treating the ladies like fucking gods, okay? But I figure this out later. So whatever, go do some fucking activities I don't really give a shit about, walking around, can't pee, can't do anything, thirsty as fuck. No water. They didn't have water on the shit. They were like, we're getting water soon. It'll be a few days. Just relax.
This is worse than Kid Nation.
That's what I'm fucking saying, dude. Okay, so I was like, okay, Jesus will smite me if I don't do this. So let me just fucking keep it moving, man. Okay, so we keep it moving, whatever. And I'll fast forward to the third day. The third day is when shit like started to turn around a little bit. So the third day, naps are mandatory, right?
Yeah.
So
wait, what? Naps are mandatory?
They would make us take a nap.
Oh, okay.
There would be like a 2-hour slot for naps.
A siesta.
You would have to take a nap.
Middle of the day?
Yes, if you left the tent, they would beat you.
Oh, God.
So, and like usually everyone would like, people, the fucking Arabic kids are stupid. They would like get up and make a whole bunch of noise. They would get caught. But I like somehow like snuck under the beds and got out of the tent. And I was like, dude, I'm going to use the fucking bathroom. Because I haven't peed in 3 fucking days, dude.
God,
they've given me nothing but tea. This is a kidney stone waiting to happen. And I go outside and I turn my fucking head. What do you think I see, Jalal?
A priest?
No, I wish I saw a priest.
Some fucker in the bathroom?
I wish I saw a fucker in the bathroom.
Girls?
I saw girls drinking mad water.
Oh!
I was like, y'all got water? They said they didn't give us water for a week. They said, yeah, we've always had water. I said, hey.
That's why they had your siesta.
I said, okay, let me, you know, like, could y'all spare a brother some water? They're like, yeah, you looked kind of rough. Like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And, of course, my stupid ass, I'm like, I'm not used to this. They're like, oh, you're not used to this. Where are you from? I go, oh, shit, I've outed myself. But I'm like, they're women. They're not going to see a single male ever again. I was like, okay, I'm from America. Oh, my God. So I got all the bitches now, okay?
Oh, God.
Water, I go pee. They're, like, giving me all their chocolates and shit.
I'm feeling haram for you right now,
dude,
bro.
That shit was lit. I don't give a fuck, dude. So I was like, man, Jesus.
At that point, I don't think you would have.
Dude, Jesus could throw a lightning bolt at me if I want. If this is where
I'm not gonna pee outside, but yeah, I'll go flirt with the girls.
Hey man, if this is where I learned
during a religious camp.
Dude, if this is where I learned what pussy is, so be it, dude. I don't give a shit.
Oh God.
Spoiler alert, it was not. But like
yeah, obviously. That would be a horrible place.
That would be really bad, yeah.
That would oh God. I don't think I wouldn't even be comfortable talking about that.
Okay, so
if that were the case.
That's why I prefaced it with thank God I'm not that religious, because then you guys get an amazing story out of it.
Yeah.
So I got all the bitches on me, dude, and they're like on me. Like they won't leave me alone on me.
Oh no.
Like, oh my God, Yousef, whatever.
Oh my God.
They're like, oh, you were cute already, but now you're American? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like you went from like a 5 to an 8.
To 11. You can't even do. Every chick was following me around. I had to hide for the rest of the fucking camp.
Really?
They wouldn't leave me the fuck alone, dude. And so one of those fucking red-ass women went and told one of the dudes that she was talking to that I was American.
Oh.
And he runs back into the tent. He said, holy shit, Ameriki, ahla sahla.
He didn't even try to hide the fact that he knew.
And all of a sudden, no, because they were bullying me. They're like, man, why didn't you say something, man? We would have, because I'm like, because y'all won't even treat me right as like an Arab, which
That's the two-faced shit. That's the two-faced shit.
I, first and foremost, I am an Arabic person first. I'm a Suri first. I'm Syrian American. I got my Syrian citizenship before I got my American citizenship. So you'll treat me as a Syrian. You won't treat me as an American. Not while I'm here.
Yeah, and the way that they were treating you before they found out that you were American.
So I was pissed at them. I didn't talk to them for the rest of the shit. And they were like getting me whatever the fuck I wanted. They were getting me water. They were giving me their lunch. And I was like, I'll take it, but I'm not talking to y'all. And so I had the men wrapped around my finger, pause, and I had the chicks all over me. So by then I was running the whole fucking camp.
Oh God.
And there's it got really out of hand because like I was changing one time and I don't know, somebody snuck a PSP and they were playing GTA and I'd memorized all the cheat codes for it. So suddenly I just became even more popular because I was like I was the cheat code fucking guru, okay? And I like wrote all the cheat codes down on a piece of paper, and I would like charge people like fucking 25 lira to like write all the cheats down.
From memory?
Yeah. And so we were changing our clothes, and the chicks like burst into the room. They're like trying to see me. And they're like,
what?
They're like, men, form a wall. So they form a wall around me. I'm dead ass, dude. I swear to God that all this shit happened. There's no way I can make any of this shit up.
You're like the Dalai Lama all of a sudden.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Protect the Dalai Lama.
I was like, dude, I just want to be Arabic. That's all I wanted. And so
you went from being this beat down little Arab kid to just a fucking god.
No, because
sorry, God, but you know what I mean.
Because I was a crappy Arabic kid. Like, I wasn't fooling anybody really.
They were just like,
like I could speak the language, and I looked like it, but like the mannerisms were kind of different.
Yeah, like they probably felt like they probably felt off about you.
Like I was
you were kind of weird.
Like I was a weirdo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
then
oh, this
they weren't
makes
comfortable
total sense. Yeah.
And yeah, once they figured it out, yeah.
And so the fucking priest pulls everyone aside. He's screaming at everybody, yelling at everybody and shit. They're like, y'all are out of control, this, that. Everyone gets a beating but me. I'm like, dude, I didn't do shit. And
everyone got a beating but you? Oh, obviously.
So I was always the goody two-shoes kid, so I got away with everything. And
I would have assumed that he wouldn't have given you a beating because you're the American kid.
No, I mean, the fucking dude beat me. Well, that was before he knew he was American. But I did get punished, and that's a story for...
Okay, good. I actually kind of like that.
I'll let you get one more story in, and then if we have enough time, I'll tell the story about my last camp, and then we'll finish it.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So, I'll give you guys a story. It's not going to be as
This is fun as hell.
This is great. I told you, man. This is going to be a great podcast.
Okay, hold on. The reason that my stories are better than yours is because I was actively out looking for some fuck shit to do.
Yeah, I was really like shy. I didn't really talk to a lot of kids.
John,
because I couldn't talk to them.
Yeah, the difference between me and John. Well, my Arabic wasn't amazing either, but the difference is I was hungry. Like I went out and I went and tried to talk to these kids, and these kids saw that I was trying to talk to them, so I learned Arabic over time. John would sit in the room and watch Space Tune English.
That's what I would do.
He'd be watching English cartoons in the shit by himself, so John didn't learn any Arabic.
There was one time my grandma was like, because I was staying at my grandma's house, she got upset because I was watching cartoons from like the whole run, like from 7 a.m. till like 1 p.m. when they would like air cartoons.
Yeah, brother, you crazy.
And you know, they were all in Arabic, but I didn't give a shit. I'm like, this is awesome.
Oh, dude, hold on real quick. Side note.
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the cartoons you used to watch?
There was the soccer ball.
Oh my god!
Anime.
Captain Majid.
Captain Majid.
That was the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really remember all of them, but I just remember just watching all of them. And
there was Hazim Murad. Did you ever see that one? It was like the ones with the spaceships that were fighting in space, shooting at each other and shit.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Oh my god, that was my shit. What else? I watched Sonic in Arabic. I watched Pokemon in Arabic. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh in Arabic. I would like
SpongeBob in Arabic.
No, SpongeBob in Arabic was like the last time I went. Like they had just gotten SpongeBob.
Yeah, I can't. Dexter's Lab.
Oh, dude.
I remember Dexter's Laboratory in Arabic.
Tom and Jerry, dude. I used to come from the park.
That was my favorite shit to watch overseas. Tom and Jerry.
I used to stay up till 10:30 with my grandma and all her sisters and shit, Allah yarhamah, and we used to watch Tom and Jerry, like binge it.
That's why Tom and Jerry was it was and probably still is the most popular cartoon in the Arab countries.
Yeah, it's made by Arabi dude.
Really?
Hanna-Barbera, Hanna.
Oh.
Yeah, William Hanna and Joseph Barbara.
I never knew that.
Uh-huh. The Hanna-Barbera.
That's why it's so damn
people,
popular.
the people that made the Looney Tunes and all that shit, was an Arabic dude.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh.
That's why everybody loves this shit out of Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, it's just timeless.
I thought it was because they didn't speak a lick of, there was no dialogue in the fucking show.
That helps too.
Yeah, it was all just action, no speaking.
Yeah, go ahead with what you're saying.
Yeah. anyways, she would make me watch cartoons and stuff. So she would like, she got upset and she would, tell me, go do some shit, dude. Get the fuck out of here. You've been sitting here for hours watching cartoons. You're not bored of this? I'm like, no, not really. But the story that I really wanted to get into was that story I was going to talk about earlier with me and my cousin Jafar. One time I was hanging out with him and it was middle of the day and he wanted to he was like, "Hey, do you want to go ride on my dad's donkey?"
Pause.
And I was like, "Yes, let's fucking
Pause.
go." Yeah, we were just walking around. We would go down the valley and we would kind of like, walk around the valley, come back up. And we weren't really doing much shit. I mean, we would talk, but my language was limited. But he would love to talk to me. Him and Raith, I would hang out with Raith. Him and Jafar.
Shout out to Raith, man.
Before Raith moved here and stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, let's go ride on my dad's donkey." And
pause again.
We're outside. We found the donkey grazing and stuff on a leash, and he takes it off the leash, and he was like, "All right, let's go." And he was having a hard ass time handling it. Like, I knew this kid was way over his head, and he was like, "Yeah, go, dude, jump on it." And I'm like, "All right, bet." And
stupid ass. Go ahead.
No saddle, nothing. And I jump on the donkey, and the donkey starts kicking like a motherfucker. And I get on, I hold its mane because it didn't have like that thing to hold that it holds around its mouth. Jafar was holding the rope. But there was nothing else to hold on to the donkey other than its mane.
Oh shit.
And I'm holding on its mane, and I couldn't even get to its mane because I didn't even get halfway onto the horse. I was still stuck on its butt.
Fuck, dude.
And the problem with no saddle is the spine. The spine of the animal digs into your ass, and it hurt like a motherfucker. And he was kicking, so it's like there's like this peak that's just hitting you in the groin. And then it hit me a few times, and then after a certain point, it hit me so hard that I fell off. And it started kicking, and Jafar pulled it away and stuff, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, it hit me in the groin. And
that sucks.
Yeah, it was ass, literally.
It's kind of like the time I got chased by
Pun
chickens.
intended.
But I told that story the last time.
What?
I said it's just like that time I got chased by chickens.
Yes.
Got the fuck beaten out of me by like 10 chickens.
Just like Legend of Zelda, bro.
Dude, I was Link as a motherfucker. All right, do you got any more stories you want to get off?
I mean, the same story, we were fucking around with that donkey, and Jafar gets kicked in the hand.
Oh, my fucking God.
Yeah, and I almost got kicked in the leg, which would have probably broke my knees.
That would have 100% like broke your leg.
That would have broken my leg for sure. But yeah, Jafar got kicked in the hand, and he's like, "Fuck!" Not really in English, but in Arabic.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were like, all right, that's enough. We put the donkey back, and we didn't tell his dad because his dad was out. So we were like, we weren't allowed to do that, and we did it, and it was fun, even though we got hurt. And there was cactuses around us when I fell, but I didn't fall on any of the cactus.
Nice.
A lot of things. Oh, we used to put firecrackers in the cactus.
Y'all are some stupid motherfuckers.
Those little not the big ones, dude. Just the little firecrackers, and shove them in the little holes for the cactus, and just see a chunk of the cactus just fly off like, and I'm like, oh shit, that was sweet. Let's go put some more. I would be the kid with my hands around my head because I wasn't used to the firecrackers.
Oh my God, dude. Fucking pussy.
I wasn't used to that shit. My parents never my parents here wouldn't buy fireworks. Like my mom, especially my mom. My mom was like, "That's a waste of money." Like, what the fuck? I'm like, "Come on, Mom, I want fireworks."
No, my family would buy fireworks like a motherfucker. One of my uncles one time, he bought like some illegal shit here, like the fucking dynamite shit.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, it's just a little firecracker." So he like threw it off. He lived in an apartment. He threw it off his balcony. Like he just lit it through. He was like, "I want to see what happens." Boom! boom. Fucking, and he said his windows like started shaking. He ran inside and like dove under his bed. Like he thought he fucking blew up the apartment or some shit.
You ever been to any of the haflat that they would hold over there overseas?
Uh-huh.
And the parties that they would have overseas were fucking wild. And I remember like a few of my cousins that had graduation parties. Distant cousins. I mean, I don't know how they're related to us exactly. Like probably cousins of my dad or something.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, there was one of my cousins, Amar, my uncle's like, what do you call it? His brother-in-law. And he just graduated from it wasn't
the University of Phoenix.
Yes.
True.
University online.
Yes. with dial-up internet.
AOL.
Dude, I used to get so mad when I'd be playing fucking Counter-Strike at home, and my mom would pick up to dial the phone and be like, "No!" Fucking lose the match instantly.
Oh, that's so bad. Now I remember AOL like when my parents first got a computer here in Jacksonville, and that was like the furthest memory of me using internet before was AOL. And I don't remember it that much because we didn't, that was like late. That's when everybody started getting like Microsoft and Internet Explorer and shit like that.
You're 2 years older than me, so by the time I got to computers like heavily, AOL was gone. Like I didn't know. Like I used to watch PBS.
It was for me too.
I used to watch PBS Kids, and they'd say, or America Online, keyword PBS Kids. I'm like, what the fuck is America Online? And I'd be like, oh shit,
is that a mall?
Is that a chocolate?
Is that a chocolate? Can I eat it?
Can I eat?
It sounds good. It sounds delicious.
Can I eat it?
Oh, so there's this cute little story we had with my grandpa. Me and my sister, Ikram, because we were the only siblings at the time.
Shout out to iPod.
iPod! If you're ever watching this, go away.
Yeah.
There was one time, I can't remember all the details, but my sister Ikram was not shy to talk to anybody.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the type.
Yeah, she loved to speak and talk, and she was very talkative, especially when she was young.
That's why she's the golden child.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Fuck you. Ikram, if you're ever listening to this, please go away.
Ikram, stay. We are so happy to have you with us.
Fuck you. Anyways, I actually don't give a shit about that shit. She would love to talk, but she would always speak in English.
Oh, boy.
And so, she would just talk, and she would, sitting down with my grandpa, and she was probably like 3 or 4. And she would talk, and having a blast. And my granddad was having a blast. Can't understand a lick of what she's saying. But, she taught him how to say delicious. And, and so my granddad would start saying delicious all the time. And he's old. Even back then, he was old. Like, he was probably, like, creeping up on 70 back then. This was, like, 20 years ago. And, and so, that was one of the words that we taught my granddad was delicious. And I don't know why, but I just thought of it. I just remembered it. So, there's a cute little story for you.
Well, here's a not so cute story about a little sibling speaking English. Shout out to John.
Shadi.
John. I don't know if he's home, but if he's home,
he's in his room right there.
Fucking hilarious, yeah. Okay, so John used to speak only English, right?
Okay.
And we would hate that fucking shit. Like, we'd tell John to shut the fuck up. Because when you go to Syria and you start speaking English, the price of everything triples.
Yeah.
Once they find out that you're American. So
they would spike prices on you for
this one time. My mom would let me talk because I was like really good, and I would like talk with the accent, so it sounded like I was like I'd sit up front, and so they would take us to like my grandpa's house, and we were doing so fucking good. John was shutting the fuck up. Mom was talking. We were having a great time. John like fucking speaks up and goes, "Mom, I want a cheeseburger," or some stupid shit, right? And he looks at us. He goes, "Oh."
The taxi driver?
Boy, we ended up paying 3 times the amount. My mom turned my brother. I beat the fucking brakes off my brother, bro. I said, dude, that was the burger money.
That was the burger money.
You ain't getting no burger now. You gotta shut your ass up, man.
Nah.
So we didn't let John talk anymore. Because, like, the second, oh my God. John used to get us in trouble so many times.
His words were expensive.
Dude, John had the most expensive mouth, pause, of all time. All right, I'm going to tell one more story, and then we could call it
We
quits.
could call it a night.
This is another long story.
Let's go, baby.
Fasten your seatbelts. Why did I have so much of a better time than you did? You stayed
Tonight?
You stayed longer than me, technically.
No, I mean, the most we ever got, you stayed longer than me. Per like, visit?
No, if you add it up, I went 5 times. We went 2 months, 10 months. If you add it up.
You haven't been longer than 2 months? You never stayed longer than that?
Oh, no. When I was 4, we stayed for 6 months. 6 months, and then 6, 2, 2, 2.
That's about almost exactly the same amount of time as me.
Yeah,
because
but
every time we would go, it'd be summer vacay, and it would be just, June and July.
Yeah, it's been about a year and some change.
Yeah, and then we tried moving there, and we stayed there exactly 6 months, and then moved back.
Got you.
And that was the longest we ever stayed.
Yeah, so we
there.
stayed about the same amount of time. Why did I have such a better time than you?
Because you were more social with the neighborhood kids. And
well, that's your lesson for you. Go out there when you're in Rome. You have to do as the Romans do, bro.
The thing about me, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, but you could, dude.
I was that kid that liked to stay with my grandparents or liked to hang out with my cousins.
Yeah, 'cause you're a pussy. I didn't have any. Well, that's the difference. You had mad cousins to hang out with. My family all hated each other, so I didn't have a single cousin.
That's probably why I would always hang out with my cousins.
I didn't even have a cousin my age.
Oh, I had hundreds of cousins, man.
The only cousins my age were...
I don't even know how many I have.
The only cousins my age were that fucking bitch in Germany that keeps, like, wanting me to, like, marry her or whatever. I'm like, no, that's fucking gross.
Yes, because that's a thing we do.
Yeah, I'm not that Arab, dude.
I'm not that Arab.
And then another one that's in Canada, and I used to play with her all the time just to spite the other one.
The other one?
Yeah.
Joe, you bad boy.
I was like, I don't marry cousins, but if I had to marry a cousin, I'm marrying her ass. I ain't touching you. Nah, and so this last one, this was the last time I went to Syria, and this was like I had just gotten out of middle school, I want to say. I was 12 years old. Like, I hadn't even gotten to high school yet.
Okay.
And we went, and yeah, this was 8th grade. I remember this super fucking vividly. Yeah, so, no, that's not true. Okay, I was either in 8th grade, 12 years old. I had turned 12. No, this was 8th grade.
Okay.
For some reason, okay, so they wanted to put me, and this was, the priest that ran it was really, really good friends with my grandmother. And so he's like, yeah, come on, you'll have a lot of fun, whatever. And so I was like, okay, sure. So I went, and for a language barrier thing, because they didn't know how well I speak English, or speak Arabic, even though I've spoken Arabic to him multiple times.
Yeah.
He put me a grade behind, because they sorted it by grade, and you would do activities based on grade.
Okay.
And you would be in, like, certain shit based on grade. So they put me in 7th grade. I was in 8th grade. Like, I had just left 8th grade. But they put me in the people that had just left 7th grade.
Yeah, you just left the middle of 8th grade here, and then they put you in 7th grade over there.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make friends with these people. And, of course, like, I'm Arabic, but I'm also American. And same shit. I didn't want anyone to know I was American. So I'm just walking around, ahlan, whatever. They're trying to talk to them. No, not a fucking soul would talk to me. And
they're keeping your distance. What are you, radioactive?
I was like, you know what, man? Whenever I get like some footing around here, because I always get some footing. I'm always in Syria, because nobody has a fucking personality in Syria. The second I go there, I'm the most popular kid instantly. So I'm like, okay, just wait till I get my footing. And I went and told the priest. Well, the priest was like, "Hey, man, how are you liking shit?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Nobody's talking to me. Like, I might
you just told him straight up.
Yeah, so nobody's talking to me. I might just go home." He's like, "Come here." It's like, "Oh, motherfucker." Pulls me up on stage. He's like, "Hey, guys, how you doing?"
Oh, you guys.
I was like, "You son of a
You're
bitch.
gonna dox
Don't
me
out me. Don't out
on
me.
stage?
Don't out me." He outed me. So he's like, "How you guys doing?" They're like, "Good." They're like, "Oh, I see you guys have made any friends. Has anyone talked to Joseph yet? Or anyone talked to Yousef?" They're like, "No." They're like, "Well, Yousef has like, he said some bullshit, bro." He said Yousef has come to see us all the way from America, and the second he said that shit,
Everybody's eyes widened.
they were like, "Oh my god, yeah." They're like, "Okay." He was like, "Well," and he was tough. He was like, "Well, he was in 7th grade, but none of the 7th graders seemed to want him, so I'm gonna bump him up a grade." And the 8th graders are like, "Fuck yeah!" And I wanted to be with the 8th graders anyway, because number one, they're my age. Number two, there were some fine honeys over there, bro. I was like, "Oh yeah,
bro." The post-pubescent.
They were getting mad as hell, bro. The 7th grade, they're like, "Damn, man, we lost him." And so I go to the 8th grade, whatever, and they sit me next to this dude. What's this? Simon. Simon is this dude's name, and he became my best friend.
Simon.
Yeah, Simon. Yeah.
That sounds the most Jamaican shit I've ever heard.
Simon.
Hey, Simon. What's up?
Yes, his name is Seaman. So me and Seaman, we had a deal where, not a deal. I didn't want to do this, and he outed me right the fuck away. And so this wasn't like this was a church camp.
Okay.
This wasn't like an out of state camp or out of city camp. So what they would do is they would teach you English, they would teach you Arabic, they would teach you French.
Okay.
So
it was just like a language camp?
Yeah. Well, no, not that. I mean, it was like a summer camp, so like you would like brush up on shit like for the kids, and then you would like go play and like all that stuff. So it was like stuff to do basically. It was like summer camp. It was something to do instead of just being in the house all day.
Yeah.
And so I was writing in Arabic, and they were like amazed that I could write in Arabic. But I was writing super slow, and they were like, "Come on, just let me write it for you." And I was like, "No, dude, like I want to like practice my Arabic." They're like, "Dude, give me that shit, man. You're American. You're not going to use this shit." They're like, "You speak Arabic fine. Just give me the thing." So they wrote it out for me, and they were writing in English, and I was like, "Hey, time to return the favor. Give me that shit.
Give me that shit, bro."
And so I wrote it. And so during English class, I would get like extremely fucking bored. I would just go to sleep. They're singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. I fall asleep, and I didn't tell the teacher that I was American. She forgot or something. She wasn't
aware that you were American.
She didn't get the memo. And so I'm like sleeping in class. She like slams on the table, wakes me up, and she goes, "Tغني معنا?" Like, "Ma بدك تغني معنا? You're not going to sing with us?" And I looked her dead in the eye. I said, "Ma'am, I speak better English than you, your mother, your grandfathers, and their fathers before them. So if you would please let me sleep, because I've had a very, very rough morning." And I put my head back down. "Ah, you're the American. Ah, welcome." And she just kept going, and everyone's just laughing, and they're looking at her stupid and shit.
Oh my god!
And she was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know."
Should have been wearing some Ray-Bans and a business suit when he said that shit, bro.
I mean, I didn't know.
"Ma'am, I speak better English than you, your mother, your grandfathers, and your great-grandfathers before you."
Yeah, shut your mouth.
Shut your bitch ass up. I need to sleep.
And so we went to we learned French, and that was the one. That's where me and my friends bonded a lot, because that's the one we both didn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, that's where you're in equal grounds.
So we're sitting there. They're teaching us the Our Father. That's the only thing I know in French to this day, other than that shit from epic rap battles of history. Sacré bleu, ta sauté te faire sator les plates gouttes. Damn, you're so
epic
ugly.
Rap battles, bro.
Yeah.
I forgot they existed.
Remember the Napoleon one where he's like rapping with Napoleon Dynamite? He says, "Sacré bleu, ta sauté te faire sator les plates gouttes."
I think my favorite one was like Abraham Lincoln and what was it, Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
Yeah. 16 years ago.
No, 65 years in the past. What was it? I used to know this whole shit.
Me too. I forgot all of it, dude.
Damn.
They were one of the most popular channels on YouTube.
That shit was crazy. They fell off hardcore.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Sacre bleu, ta santé te faire sortir les plats de goutte means, damn, you're so ugly, you make the sewer place jump. And so I memorized that because I wanted to go to Syria and start telling people shit like that because they would understand French. I knew that. I knew ferme la poche, which means shut your mouth, because my mom used to tell me that shit all the time.
Yeah.
And we learned the Our Father in French completely. Our Father art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. The prayer.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Notre Père qui es aux cieux, quand ton nom est sanctifié, quand ta règne vienne, quand ta volonté soit faite sur la terre comme au ciel. And like to this day, it's the only thing I know in French other than those two. And so we learned that, whatever. And then they would go to the computer lab, and the computer lab is where I excelled.
Oh.
Because I think I've told this story on like some other podcasts. Go listen to our other two podcasts. But hey, what do I know in study hall?
Yeah.
But hey, what do I know? Me and Amanda are just talking shit. Like we literally just laugh at the world. And study hall is hip hopping and shit talking. So if you enjoy those things, tune in. But hey, what do I know? Drops tomorrow every Monday at midnight.
Nice.
And study hall drops every Friday at midnight. So essentially, we've given you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yes, sir.
We've got your whole week on lock, man.
You guys have no excuses.
No, don't say that. I mean, they don't.
I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna
kick your dango ass, man. I'll tell you what. No, but
I will find you.
In computer class, because I've told you this story before. I used to like know how to program and hack computers and shit.
Yeah, I've heard of your computer stories in America.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of your computer stories overseas.
Well, I brought my flash drive with me, obviously.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to need. And so...
TSA didn't give a shit about flash drives back then.
Yeah, same type of story. She didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. She was like there to teach us how to use like Microsoft Word or some shit. And so she was like, okay, type in the thing. Just what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing Halo. She's like, okay, I'm going to turn your computer off remotely since you don't want to behave. I was like, okay. She couldn't do it.
Yeah, because you had access to it.
No, I'd booted I had a backup of my home computer on my flash drive. So I could turn the computer off,
did that shit?
plug it in, and boot into my home computer from there. And she was like, why can't I turn it off? I was, shit, I don't know. Y'all computers must suck over here. I was just being a total fucking dickhead. And so, whatever, I started talking to the chicks more or whatever. And they would the guys would all play soccer, and I'd just be out back talking to chicks. It's like, I don't play soccer. Soccer's fucking stupid. To this day, any Arab that wants to fight me about fucking soccer, y'all could come and I'll beat your fucking ass because I hate soccer.
I'm right here.
Soccer's fucking terrible. I will kick your ass. For the Patreon, if you guys pay me $5 a month up until June, you will watch me and Jalal duke it the fuck out.
Out there in the street, bro.
Yes.
We'll have John record with the GoPro.
Now, John's going to have the most shaky ass fucking footage. Just fucking epileptic ass footage.
All right, fine. We're going to have him man the tripod or something.
Okay, so... two of my best memories was the first one. They had me. They wanted me to act something out
At the summer camp?
They only gave me one line, which was Allah laka anjab al-ghala, which is like, it's basically just you're just frustrated, and
it's a term to say when you're frustrated.
Yeah, it's like what was the play about? It was like we were all like in a classroom, and the teacher was going to teach us about Saladin.
Wait,
Salah ad-Din.
Where?
This was in like summer camp. We were supposed to do like a funny play. Like each each grade would have to put on like a play, and the scene was it was a teacher teaching her kids about Salah ad-Din.
I got you.
Saladin, yeah. And so I was supposed to be the dickhead kid. That was my role. And so she's like, all right, today we're going to learn about Salah ad-Din al-Ayyubi. And I say, Allah la kan jab al-ghala. And so they expected me to just like phone that shit in. But I flipped the table. Allah la kan jab al-ghala. I just walked out. And they were like, that was good shit, man. And I was like, yeah, I like acting. And so they like gave me more lines. They taught me how to depke. The bitches taught me how to depke there. It was really fire.
Hell yeah, man.
And this one time, this is the memory I will never fucking forget. So they had these like quote unquote Olympic challenges.
Okay.
I've told you this story before.
I think I remember.
Yes. And
I'm not entirely sure. Yeah.
And I skipped all the other challenges. And the last challenge, of course, and I was like a chubby kid. And so they were like, okay, the last challenge, we need somebody with a big stomach. And they all look at me and I go, man, fuck y'all. So I go up there and they give us, you have the machine at the house. The fucking jug The water jug.
The 5-gallon jug?
That you put in the machine.
Yes.
They handed me and this poor, scrawny little chick
Oh, my.
a fucking 5-gallon. I think she was literally, I can't remember, but in my memory, she's as tall as the jug.
Good God.
Like, she's tiny.
What were you guys doing? What was the challenge?
We had to drink it from top to bottom, and the first person to drink it won.
Did they expect you to drink it, like, in that sitting, like a food challenge type shit?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
They didn't think I was going to do it.
They just wanted to see how much you guys would drink?
Uh-huh. And so my stupid ass, because I was the chugging god. Like, I used to go, and people would, like, pay me to chug shit. And so I was like, okay. And there's, like, I used to do this technique where I would, like, let my tongue, like, just fall, like, my tongue would just, like, fall into place. And so essentially, it's as if you're holding, like, that button on the machine down. It's just going doof, 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 doof. And the bottle's literally just emptying itself into me. And this chick is, like, taking sips. And she looks over and she hears dum, 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 dum. She looks over and I'm like 75% of the way through the bottle already. She just puts the bottle down and walks off stage. And I drink it in like 30 seconds.
God.
And I throw that shit down. I'm like, fuck yeah. And everyone's screaming and shit. I'm like, oh, that was lit. But where's the bathroom, dude? I got to piss like a motherfucker. They're like, oh, all the bathrooms are locked. And I was like, y'all got me fucked up. They're like, we didn't think you'd drink the whole thing. And I was like, I love you guys. I was doing it for the team. Y'all better unlock a bathroom for the team. Or I'm going to have to go off property because this is sacred ground. But at least the sacred ground wasn't the entire fucking city, you know?
Yeah, like that last trip that you went to.
God, dude. But that was lit as shit. And then I went and I made friends with these people. I thought I was going to be friends with them for life, dude.
You were a spectacle, man.
Dude, I took all their phone numbers and I was like, I swear to God, when I come back when I'm 14,
yeah,
like I'm taking you out. I'm taking you out. We're all going to like, fuck it, we're going to the hookah lounges. We're gonna be old enough to like get into the hookah lounge. We're gonna have a lit time, man. This was 2010. The second I get back, 2011, the shit pops off in Syria. I haven't been back since. I don't know where a single one of those motherfuckers are. Honestly, I don't even know if they're still alive. And that shit makes me so upset. Because that was like the first time I had made like... Other than Ali, I still keep track of Ali. My grandpa keeps track of Ali for me.
Good.
Like he'll tell him, hey, like he's all right, he's good. Bisalim alaik. Like we'll see each other again one day. And I do want to see him again because that was my guy.
I would love to go with you just to meet him.
Dude, that dude is great. Like, he had to leave school super early and, like, work because they had, like, 1 billion daughters trying to have another son so that he could help him out.
I thought I had it bad.
I thought he was... I forgot
dropping
what
out
he
of
was
college.
doing. He was, like, a delivery boy, and then I think he finally became Nator, like his dad.
Like his dad?
Yeah, so... But I haven't seen him in forever, dude. But all I know is that he's all right, and that's all I really care about. And, yeah, man, but I thought I had made friends for life with these people. Like, I chatted with them a little bit on, like, Yahoo Messenger, and then Yahoo Messenger, like, discontinued. And that's the only thing I had them on.
I used to use Yahoo Messenger.
Dude, Yahoo Messenger was the shit. Okay.
All those little things you can send people.
Dude, and the fucking mini games.
Yeah.
That was before the iMessage games. Those games were lit, dude. They were, like, full fucking, like, games.
Way better than Skype.
It's like, oh, dude, do you want to play GTA 5 on the fucking chat? It's like, yeah, dude. Nah, but, oh, man, I want to go back, but I really don't because there's nothing left for me there, but it was just, I don't know, it was just nice that was the last memory. Like, that was the last thing that I got is that I went there and I made a whole bunch of friends and I met a whole bunch of beautiful women.
You were like the ultimate cool kid.
Basically, yeah, because I was the only one with, like, a personality. And
yeah,
I could, like...
You had a lot of talents. You could chug a fucking 5-gallon
I know, dude.
tank of water in 30 seconds and fuck with computers.
Because I felt like I was accepted there. Like, people loved me for who I was over there. And here, I don't feel that way. I mean, I do now, kind of. But over there, like, people will never understand that aren't, like, Arabic or not, like, bi-cultural.
Yeah.
Or especially because I was born there. Like, there's like a piece of me that's always there. I'm a Syrian first.
Yeah.
The only reason I got an American citizenship is because my dad is a citizen. That's the only reason I'm an American citizen.
Yeah.
So when I used to go back home, like, there's something that you feel in, like, your gut and in your heart. It's like, I'm home. Like, this is where I belong, you know? Like, not...
You see, that's the thing. That's the difference between me and you. I don't think I have that feeling. Because I wasn't able to connect with a lot of people there.
Well, no, even before, from the first moment I went to Syria when I was 4 years old, I said, this feels like home. Like,
I mean, when we tried to move overseas, I was like, yeah, I'm excited. Let's leave this fucking place. Let's get out of this shithole country of America and go back to where, you know, we're supposed to be. And then literally a month after we move, it's like, fuck, I want to go back home. Yeah. Because Jacksonville's my home. To me, I feel like Jacksonville, like the way you feel about Syria, I feel about this city.
No, I love Jacksonville to death. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't want words to be twisted. Jacksonville is my home. That's where I did 90% of my growing up.
Where I did all my growing up.
I spent a total of a year and some change in Syria, and I'm 23 years old. So I spent 22 years of my life here, growing up here, making friends here. I'm in love with hip hop. I could never do that in Syria.
You can't.
Producing, making beats, starting a podcast. You know how hard it would be to start a podcast in Syria?
Very fucking difficult.
You have to get the equipment. You have to watch what you fucking say. Can't do all that. I love it here. But over there, I feel like a piece of me feels like that's home. And part of that feeling was why I tamasset, like I got excited. Like I wanted to be in there and I wanted to get to know people and I wanted to be Arabic because I feel like if my Arabic
was as good as yours, I would have had a much easier time making friends.
Of course.
And and having like those types of experiences.
Well, I know you can't change the past, but for people
I'm not regretting anything.
The people that do ever go back, my one piece of advice is go out there and try anyway. It's a different time, I know. People are on their smartphones now. Nobody really goes out and plays like they used to.
Yeah.
But go out and try because Arab, once they see that you're Arabic like them and you're trying your best, they'll do it. Because you think I was the Arabic god? The only reason I speak Arabic really well is because I went out there and I did it. I got made fun of for my Arabic for years.
Yeah.
Years. It took me 3 tries to be accepted in Syria.
Yeah.
When I was 4, people said I sounded like a bitch. When I was 6, people said I sounded like a bitch. Then my voice cracked slightly. Got a slightly deeper voice. And then people started respecting me a little more. You know, so I don't know, it's just sad, dude. Cuz I don't have very many chances to be Arabic. I don't have very many cousins. My dad doesn't fuck with very many Arabs. I don't fuck with very many Arabs. I think y'all are all two-faced as shit and corny, and y'all have the wrong values about everything, and you guys are too busy.
Got a lot of misplaced priorities.
You guys are way too busy pocket watching each other than trying to like form bonds, and that's exactly why all this shit in Palestine and Syria and all this other shit's happening. But that's beside the point.
Even Al is like getting sick of it. Like he's pulling back too.
Yeah,
you should have heard what he told me about. You know, I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah.
Yeah,
about certain people that, you know, especially after like Ramadan and seeing everybody and everything like that. It's like, you know, some of the people that he always fucks with and stuff. I mean, he doesn't really fuck with them that much anymore the past few years, but I think even now it's becoming more set in stone for him. Like, the fuck you guys doing?
Yeah, it's just bullshit, dude. Y'all are fucking assholes. I want nothing to do with any of you people. And but it's just sad, dude, because I used to go over there, and in Syria, it's just like, it's different. Like, that's what used to make me so upset. Like, the Arab Americans here, they'd, like, hate each other. They're all pocket watching. They're all whatever. Fucking Ali, when I used to go, Ali's Shia Muslim, like, not even Sunni, because they're from Iraq. So they're, like, super, super, like, uptight and religious.
Yeah.
His mom used to not even wear the hijab around me because by that point I was one of her sons. Like I was at their house every day, and I would eat
That's
lunch.
so cool.
I would eat lunch with them. I'd eat dinner with them. Like, they didn't even ask. I learned about different religions by accident because nobody asks. Nobody gives a shit. Like,
they're not up in everybody's business.
they don't care whether you're Christian or Muslim. It doesn't matter. It only started mattering now when money's involved, when conflict's involved, when all that other shit, Masihi, Muslim, all that, literally didn't matter. Nobody knew I was Christian. Nobody cared that I was Christian. If they found out by accident because they came to my house one Sunday and they said, hey, do you want to hang out? And I said, no, I'm going to church. And they said, oh, okay, we'll see you in 2 hours. You know, like, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
And here, just all the wrong things matter. It's just bullshit, dude.
Do you know why?
Why?
My theory, a lot of the people that come from overseas and move here, you know, have a selfish motive.
Oh, of course.
To come here. So already you have these guys with, you know, selfish intentions coming over here, which means they most likely carry a selfish personality. And, you know, that's just something that they're really not going to grow out of over here.
That's just fucked up, dude.
A lot of the nicer, more generous, more kind-spirited Arabs you'll find overseas because those, you know, a lot of people don't have the opportunity to come here.
Of course.
The ones that do really push to give themselves that opportunity, and those people may have selfish motives. Either for business or, you know, whatever. You know, they have a cousin over here, pulls them out from overseas to come here to work and make money and shit.
Dude, money changes people. Like, they come there, they go there.
That's another theory.
They come from
over there with good intention,
with nothing,
and then they come here and they spoil themselves rotten.
They make money, and then they encounter another Arabic person making money, and they get jealous. They want to be they want to be a successful Arab because they went from being nothing, and now they look around them, and now they're nothing too. Here, they're like, I can't be nothing here. I have to be something here because I moved here to be something. So it turns into, I have more money than you. I have this car. I have this, that. Y'all are living. Arabic people live for other Arabic people. You live your entire life to impress all these other idiots.
You know something I've heard?
What did you hear?
A phrase that I heard I really liked.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
A bird?
Don't worry about it.
And wait, what?
You never heard that? That's the most classic. A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
No, never heard that.
Go on, dude.
Okay. It's not really like a phrase. It's something somebody said. I can't remember who it is, but they buy things they don't have. They buy things. They buy things they don't need. With money they don't have.
Yes.
To impress people they don't like.
Of course. That's what it is. That's why all the, like my uncle lives that lifestyle. Shout out to you. I hope you hear this one day. I hope I could look you in your eye and tell you this shit when your wife isn't around, you fucking pussy. But he literally, him and his wife lived their entire life around the opinion of other people. They bought this house in a homeowners association that tells them when to jump and when to eat and when to shit and when to wipe their ass. And they do all that, and the Christmas lights, they have to be the most decorated on Christmas. And everyone, come look at our lights, and everyone do this, everyone do that. Come over. They'll invite us over not because they want to see us, they want us to see something. And they hate my dad because my dad doesn't rock like that. It's like, dude, I don't give a fuck what you have. You know?
Yeah.
And it makes me sad because I used to really fuck with my uncle, but now he's just turned into another one of these Arabs. But I don't know. It's sad, dude.
I mean, some people kind of wonder why, like, you know, oh, why don't you say what's up? Where are you? You know, like, how, you know, I haven't talked to you in a while, you know.
Hanging out with you Arabs is fucking exhausting, dude. Y'all are fake as hell. I know y'all don't fuck with me. Y'all want to hang out with me so that you can have somebody to hang out with. because y'all are lonely as shit, and y'all see something in me that's real, and y'all want to hang out with me, but I don't fuck with y'all. I don't want to hang out with you. I want to hang out with people that I actually like and people that I consider family, which surprisingly,
well, here's the thing. I'm not going to claim myself to be real about anything or whatever. I want to be myself. I grow out my hair.
No, but you being yourself is what I'm talking about. You're a genuine person. These people are living.
That's all I care about.
These people are living to please other people.
And I pray to God that, I never become disingenuous in the future with
like,
any part of my personality.
So what if your hairline daps your earlobes up, man? Grow your hair out.
Bro, hey, you don't got to talk that shit, man.
I do.
You don't got to bring it up, bro.
We got to get Patreon content. We got a box.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. That's going to be some shit, dude.
I got to make you mad somehow. Otherwise, you're not going to fight right.
Yeah. No, but, I grew out my hair, even though a lot of my family didn't like it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't give a shit. And it's been 8 years, probably 9 years now, of me having long-ass hair. Even though people tell me, your hairline, you're going bald, it's starting to look ugly, you need to take it off and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'll take it off when I want to. And I tell them all the time, this is the most muzzy thing you'll ever hear. You want me to cut my hair off, buy me a ticket to Hajj.
Yeah.
That's when I'll actually take off my hair. Like, that's when and you're not required to, like, shave your head bald. You're supposed to at least cut off some hair. Uh-huh. But, that's what I've always wanted to do is shave my head when I'm at Hajj. That's when I want to take off my hair.
That's a clean start. That's what it's supposed to symbolize.
Yeah, but it's taking itself off anyways. So
yeah, you'll get there eventually.
I'll get there eventually,
with or without Hajj.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think we're done for today. I don't want to get too upset. We had a really good podcast.
We had amazing podcast. It took we were here twice as long as I thought we were going to be here.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Please,
how the turntables.
Please pray for Palestine. Please
pray for Palestine. Pray for Syria. Pray for Iraq.
No, none of that shit. Palestine needs it the most right now. Pray for Palestine, please. I saw this fucking article where this kid got every single one of his family was killed by Israel. First his brother in 2004 or something, then his dad in 2009, and all he had left was his mom. And then they killed his mom recently, and he couldn't take it anymore, so he jumped from an 8-story building and just killed himself. Because he said, I'd rather go out by myself than be killed by Israel.
Allah yahmiyan.
Allah yahmiyan. Ya Rab, please. Pray for us, donate, please. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Palestine has it probably the worst right now, but the Arab countries, the fact that all of them are having it bad.
Fuck all that noise, man. Palestine needs it the most right now. As much as Syria is getting hurt, and as much as everyone else is getting hurt, Palestine, we're not, I don't know. We're fighting a war with ourselves. At least we're, like, fighting amongst each other. You're fighting against fucking Zionist pieces of shit that have wanted you dead for the rest, like, your whole lives over a country that's not even theirs. If they read the not the Quran, if they read the fucking Torah, it'll tell them it's not theirs. They lost it to the Philistines because they were pagans. And we're the Philistines. The land is ours. The only reason, and I'll get this shit off too, man, fuck it. The only reason that the Jews are in, or the Zionists, sorry, I don't want to be racist. The Zionists are in Israel right now is because none of you white motherfuckers wanted them either. So you just threw them in our lap like we wanted them.
Yeah.
If y'all would have taken them in, this would have never been a problem, but everything is done for an economic benefit. Because
look up the Balfour Declaration.
Fuck that.
Arthur Balfour, after World War II, was the United Kingdom Prime Minister at the time.
Uh-huh.
Right after the Holocaust ended.
Yes.
And he's the one that wrote the declaration to allow the Jews to go to Palestine.
Uh-huh.
He's the one that sent them to Palestine.
Yes.
The British Prime Minister, excuse me, not United Kingdom. British Prime Minister.
To the victor go the spoils.
There was no victor.
There was a victor. The Allies won, so the Allies get to decide where the fuck the Jews go.
Yeah, I mean, they could have just sent them back to their homes in Poland, in Germany, in Switzerland. You know, they've had generations of living in Europe.
No,
where they've had culture and they've had, you know,
those bastard Zionists. They said this is the perfect time for us to to play the sympathy card.
No, the Zionist movement after, during and after, I don't know exactly timeline, but after the Holocaust, propagated that to Arthur Balfour. To have him sign the declaration to allow them to go to Palestine.
Yes, and out of guilt, they signed it.
I don't know what it was out of, but they signed it. And
dude, if 6 million of your race...
Because the British owned
Palestine.
The Palestinian land. They had it as a territory. So they were just like, they handed over the title. It wasn't a refugee. It could have just been a refugee camp.
No,
It could have been, you know, relocating them, you know, providing housing and stuff like that in Palestine, and still keeping it under British rule.
Fuck that, dude. They had oil.
But they just completely... It's like renting a car to me.
Palestine has oil. Syria has oil. Well, they didn't know at the time. But Britain or Egypt has oil. All these places have oil. And the only way, because the Arabs were on their fucking neck and they were hiking up the gas prices because it's our oil and we get to sell it to you at whatever the fuck price we want, because that's how business works. They said, okay, y'all want to do that? Let's start some conflict.
You know, I feel like
that's exactly what happened. You can't argue with me about that.
I feel like a lot of the problems that we are having in all the Arab countries is because of ourselves. Oh, because we let ourselves go. We were great.
100%.
We were amazing.
But it's also like
we ran the world.
It's the oil shit. The oil, everyone's got their hands in our pockets. And so it's hard for us to make our own decisions because everyone's being swayed by something else.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the business aspect of it. The business aspect is the business aspect. Of course, that'll probably play a factor in it.
No, the business is everything.
But I mean, look at the way like Afghanistan was.
Yeah.
Before they got fucked. They were a vibrant. I mean, when I was seeing pictures of Afghanistan and stuff like that, I was like, oh, damn, I wish Arab were like that during that time.
Yes.
Because if the Arab were at that stage where Afghanistan was before they got fucked, nobody would have.
The Zionists themselves said if the Arabs were ever to band together, we would be fucked out of our minds. Thank God that they're separated by religion and they're separated by these stupid borders that the white people drew for us in the first place.
Yes. I can tell you...
the Europeans were the ones who named that land Palestine and this land Syria.
And this land Urdun and this land...
Yeah,
yes,
we were all...
And Iraq and all that. They're the ones that drew the borders. And I can tell you when they drew the borders. They drew the borders during a treaty. It was after World War I.
Yes.
I forgot the name of the treaty. Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles.
Yes.
The Treaty of Versailles is when the British drew the lines for they drew the borders down on them. They just got their color pencils out and they started drawing.
No, it wasn't. They would make it think that it was an accident or like just a coincidence the way they drew it. But think about it. Britain and France hate each other. So if Britain is the one drawing the lines, they're going to take the places where they know for a fact has oil. And we've argued about this, and I've proved myself right. So you can't talk about this at all.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, we talked about this. You were saying, no, whatever. We Googled it, and it turns out they knew that oil was there. So they drew it. The British got Egypt. They got Palestine. They got Urdun. What is the thing in common with all three of those places?
I don't know.
They are oil rich, at least at the time.
Okay.
They were oil rich. They were the places that were known to have oil.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Syria, Lebanon, and Syria, Lebanon went to France because they were the only people that didn't have oil. They were oil poor, quote unquote, at the time.
Right.
And think of it, they cut little pieces of country out of other countries. Why would they do that? To start conflict. Why is Kuwait the most oil-rich country a sliver of Iraq that's just cut off. It's meant to cause conflict. That's the entire point. They drew that knowing that one day Iraq, since it's the big country, they want control of everything. Somebody's going to go in there. They're going to get power hungry. Saddam Hussein. He's going to try to invade Kuwait. When he tries to invade Kuwait, they jump in. They support Kuwait. They support whoever they're going to support.
Whoever they're banking off of.
Whoever they're banking off. Whoever they've tricked into playing this stupid little game with them. Once the Arabs decimate each other, they walk in, take the oil, and leave. It's exactly what they did with Africa.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did with Africa. They made the African people sell each other off to slavery. And when they all killed each other, they walked in, took the diamonds, took the gold, took everything that made Africa what it was, and dipped. They said, oh, that works perfectly. We never have to fight another war again. The Free Syrian Army and the Syrian, I don't care what you say. One of them is funded by America. The other one is funded by Russia and China. It's a chess board. That's all it is. It's a chessboard, and we're the pawns. We're the ones that lose every time. Yeah. Now, what happened? It didn't work in Syria. Syria is still run by Bashar. Nothing changed. The only difference is everything's fucked. We're broke because the second we found oil, they attacked us. We're broke. We have to sell all our oil off to pay off China, pay off Russia, to get all our debt squared. So we are 100% in debt. A lot of our landmarks are fucked. So there goes our tourism. Whole bunch of shit destroyed. We're just like Iraq now. We're fucked. Completely fucked. My dad came back from Syria. Fucked. All that for what? For economic gain. Everything in this world can be traced back to economic gain by somebody, an entity, something. The reason they're trying to phase cigarettes out now, the only reason they're doing that now is because cannabis is coming back. Cannabis is legal again. And somebody is going to make more money off cannabis than they would on cigarettes. And think about how big of an industry cigarettes is. And for them to let go of cigarettes and go towards cannabis, cannabis has got to be $1 trillion industry. Last point, and then I'm off this shit because I'm already upset, and you guys don't want to hear about this shit. Cancer. If this mic wasn't on a stand, I would drop it right now. There's no way in fucking hell they haven't found a cure to cancer. They found a cure to cancer. Do you know why cancer hasn't been cured yet?
Because nobody wants it to be found.
It's a quintillion-dollar fucking industry. Do you know how much chemotherapy is? I know. A lot of my family has cancer, and I'm high risk for cancer. I know exactly how much that shit costs. It's a lot of money per person.
Yeah.
You know how many people suffer from some sort of cancer every year?
Many people.
Whole bunch. Any kind of kid. There's a cancer for everything. One of our relatives died from like red blood cell cancer. It's like the rarest kind of cancer. It's like 1 in like 200, like, no, it's like 1 in 2 million people have ever gotten it.
Yeah.
Fucking blood cell cancer, dude. Died just like that right away. There's no way they can cure him. There's a way to cure it. I could think of a basic cure for it easily. I went to medical school. I mean, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but I'm sure there's somebody. I've read about people that have found cures to cancer that have not been used because somebody's benefiting from it. Now, I'll end with this thought. Whenever the Middle East runs out of oil, and you don't have to answer this, do you think anyone will ever mention our name again? Will we ever be relevant? I'm telling you right now, the second the Middle East runs out of oil, not one person is going to even know what the Middle East is. They're not going to know how to say Middle East. I'm telling you that right now. It's the only reason they keep us, the reason they keep saying never forget 9/11, never forget 9/11, is to keep that Arabic hate alive. Now, the second, this is going to be controversial. Y'all could kick my ass if y'all want. I don't give a shit. Y'all could step to me about it. Will you guys keep remembering 9/11 once the Middle East runs out of oil? I don't think so. Unless you've lost somebody in 9/11, my condolences. I mean, to me, that you were just a pawn in a very, very big game, and it's sad, you know?
Not to you.
Of course it's not to me. They killed thousands in 9/11, and they went back and retaliated on a country that didn't do anything and killed millions over there. Yes. So, I mean, if you lost somebody personally there, I'm not going to get mad at you for having sympathy, you know, or feeling sad about it. But for anyone else like me or anyone else that didn't lose anybody in 9/11, the second the Middle East runs out of oil, you won't remember 9/11. Nobody will. That's it. That's all I've got. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for bearing with us. This shit is very, very close to home for me and for him.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, SMG Sound Network. I run the Instagram, so you can hit me there and we can argue about it, or I'll just ignore you and let you fume in the comment section, whatever the fuck you want to do.
Poof, 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 poof.
Patreon is the $20 tier is $5 a month for 2 more weeks. It's until June 1st. And there's mad perks. Me and Jalal have started a food group.
Yeah.
We're going to go food hunting, and we will be posting our full reviews exclusively on Patreon. We'll
Food
do
reviews, eh?
We'll do the small reviews. We'll do the TikTok reviews. We'll do the Instagram reviews. And we'll sit down. We'll do a full review on the Patreon only.
Yes.
And it'll be fun. I mean, he's ADHD as shit. I'm ADHD as shit. We're both funny. We're both funny as fuck. It's a fucking vibe, dude.
It's about good food, baby.
Good food, man. So y'all join the Patreon and mad other shit. Discord. I got the Discord running.
Hey, there we go.
Mad shit. We got text channels. We got voice channels. We got mad shit exclusive to patrons only. So y'all get on that. The first 50 people that sign up to my Patreon will also get something special from me. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is, but it's going to be fire. Okay? So y'all take advantage of that. I don't want none of you motherfuckers calling me like, duh.
You're going to have to sit back from your computers and let it cool down after that shit.
Yeah, man. Y'all can just fume.
Flames start shooting out of the speakers.
Y'all can just fume from behind the fucking computers when you see everyone else getting their sweet, sweet gifts and you didn't get nothing. Patron number 51.
Talk on to patron number 51.
But thank you guys. We love you. Ma'as-salama, Allah ma'akun. Please, please pray for Palestine. And we will see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Reese's Pieces.